My brothers and sisters, the Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, in those days after that tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from the sky, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the end of the earth to the end of the sky. Learn a lesson from the fig tree. When its branch becomes tender and sprouts leaves, you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see these things happening, know that he is near at the gates. Amen, I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But of that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Scientists predict that in 30 million years, our sun will self-destruct along with our solar system. A woman attending a science lecture asked the question, did you say 3 million years? No, 30 million years. And she replied, thank God, a sigh of relief. Both the Bible and science are in agreement that our universe had a beginning. Scientists refer to that as the Big Bang. And both the Bible and science agree that our solar system, our part of the universe, will have an end. And in the meantime, between the two prospects, the Bible tells us we're going to experience a time of great distress. It all seems to have begun in the heavens, where Michael, that the book of Revelation refers to as the one who gathers his angels to do battle with the dragon, that today's book of Daniel refers to as the guardian and protector of God's people. Engaged in a cosmic conflict that spills over onto the face of the earth. And we know that there is evidence of this cosmic battle through the wars throughout history that have been waged, and the violence that continues to surface, including this past weekend in France. Added to that, we've got new forms of warfare, cyber warfare, and computers are used to go and to destroy all kinds of computer systems and to steal people's identity. And we seem to add to the violence by the tempers that flare and by the angry reactions that we too oftentimes engage in our communities and with our families. Last week I found myself on the wrong side of the battle lines. I made a sarcastic remark to one person. I engaged in making a kind of a crude observation in another. And the wake-up call came to me when each individual said that they had been insulted from my remarks. I was ashamed. I was guilty. Where were my words of affirmation? Where was my loving concern? The Bible tells us that we're going to have to give an account to God at the end of our lives for the ways in which we've lived our lives. Every single book of the Bible tells us that the eternal prospects are to live forever with the Lord or to face a horrifying disgrace. What the Bible tells us is that every thought we ever have, every word we ever utter, every action we ever take, it all matters. And it may be that there are people around us who don't always notice, but God does. Because everything matters to God. Jesus continues to allow the story to unfold. He tells us that the stars will fall from the sky after the moon and the sun have given up their light. And using this figurative language, Jesus sets the stage for what is to ensue. There is to be a time of terrible distress. But then we have this ray of hope, this other good news, that Jesus will send forth the angels to gather together the elect from the four winds, from all corners of the earth, from north and south and east and west. He's going to send out those who are going to harvest souls for the Lord. It's a reassurance that's given to us all. And it's where Michael comes back in. St. Michael has been regarded through history as the patron saint of men and women in the military and in law enforcement. But he's there as well to protect us and to guard us all. It is at his prompting that we're driven over to striving to become people who pursue the ways of love, as Jesus has commanded us. And he's the one who serves at God's command, allowing for us to one day enjoy the benefits of the heavenly feast, for which the Eucharist is a premonition, as a result of recognizing that we are indeed loved, and that we have striven to pursue in 1,000 different ways the ways of love as Jesus commands.